Hi there, I'm Peter Kinkaide, the CEO of Raintree Financial Solutions. I'm joined today by Elroy Gust, the President and CEO of Newlook Capital, as well as Jordan Green, the Regional Sales Manager. Good day, folks. How are you?
Good.
Excellent. Can we start off, Elroy, with a quick overview of the Industrial Services Fund, or Jordan, whoever wants to take the first question?
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Peter, and thank you, Raintree, for having us today. We're really excited and proud of the Industrial Services Fund too, and we love any opportunity to share that excitement and passion with anyone who will listen. The fund concept is simple. We acquire majority equity in businesses related to wastewater treatment, fire and gas systems, elevator maintenance, or any business that is required by law to be regulatory compliant. At Newlook, we refer to these businesses as boring, but to us, the definition of boring is very different than for anybody else. To us, these are boring means businesses that have a high percentage of recurring revenue, businesses with predictable cash flow, businesses that are regulated or code regulated, and businesses that are long-term service contracts. For the investor profile, it is a growth and yield strategy. So it's a targeted 8% preferred return, paid quarterly, annual, and there is a 60% profit sharing opportunity to the investor. I'm going to pass it over to Elroy. I think he's going to talk a little bit about the business and the portfolio as it stands today.
Yeah, I mean, the portfolio for the Industrial Services Fund is something we're really proud of. We love all of those industries. And Jordan's absolutely right. As boring as they actually make us excited about how they're continuing to grow, how they're continuing to perform. When we talk about the wastewater management business that we're in, some of those contracts that they have around their service and maintenance agreements are 40 years long. It's pretty exciting when we hear 40-year maintenance agreements. The elevator business that we're in, a same 5 to 7 year maintenance agreements. We love those kind of long-term maintenance agreements. Our fire services businesses, we're really excited about. And the other point to Jordan's introduction is, when we buy a business, they really are boring businesses in the fact that they're not startups, they're not turnarounds. They have been around for a long time and have significant market share in their markets. So really that's what we depend on, is the boring, recurring nature of those businesses. And we love them. We love working with our operating partners. One of the key points that Jordan mentioned is that we buy majority control, but at the same time, we really work with our operating partners to develop those businesses. So yeah, great introduction, Jordan.
So you've been at this now about 3 years. This is your second fund for the industrial services strategy. Tell me about what you're most proud of accomplishing so far.
Yeah, really, and I brag about our operating partners all the time. And in our operating partners, the people that work in the businesses, that manage the businesses, that run the businesses, show up every day. Even though we're their partner, they're on the ground, they're running the business. We really pride ourselves in our relationship with our operating partners. And I think it shows true alignment through to investors as well. So our operating partners, really, we depend on them to run the business. But then Newlook actually gives that rigorous overlay of financial reporting that really enhances the management of those businesses, and really, again, shows true alignment all the way through from our operating partners, who have a significant portion of their net worth invested in those businesses, through to Newlook, who participates with investors in the success of those businesses. So very proud of our relationship with those operating partners. And the performance and the teamwork at Newlook interacting with those operating partners. Everybody realizes how important those relationships are to Newlook and our investors. And we spend a lot of time and effort, and we're really intentional about those relationships.
That's great. So we're obviously in the middle of a global pandemic right now. COVID-19 has had an impact on a lot of businesses. Can you just speak to the impact it's had on your business?
Yeah. Initially, there was some impact on some of the businesses. All of our businesses have been deemed essential services. But specific to the fire and suppression businesses, they had some difficulty accessing some of the facilities. Some of the facilities just weren't open to do the regular inspection work. That now has been resolved. We have access to all the facilities. We're back up scheduled to 100%. There's a significant backlog of work that we have to work on through that, or work through that. Our wastewater management business, for the most part, was not affected at all, and the same as our elevator maintenance business. Those businesses, those industries were largely unaffected. In fact, our wastewater management business is probably year over year performing very well compared to last year, with significant gains over last year, in fact. So it was interesting seeing our operating partners during COVID switch from a defensive mode to actually switch to playing offense and actually getting aggressive with coming out of COVID. The fact that they had Newlook as a partner, they had adequate working capital, they had our full support, and we really pushed them to change to an offensive mindset. So we're actively growing market share. Our competitors are stumbling, and we're being aggressive with market share, capturing some key employees. So that was a really good thing to see during that happen. And I think we're actually coming out stronger on the other side.
Well, that tees it up well for the last question, which is, what are you excited about for the rest of this year, and obviously heading beyond 2020 into 2021 and beyond?
Yeah, I mean, it's not only what we're excited about, it's our operating partners and how excited they are with how they've performed during this. And, you know, to Oliver and the Newlook team on acquisitions, they're very excited. We've got a very active pipeline of acquisitions, all referred by our operating partners. So they actively took a look at the markets they're in and decided which competitor they wanted to buy. And we've been there to support them through that. So we have a very active acquisition pipeline. We're really looking forward to the next couple of months as we see a series or a number of those acquisitions coming to fruition. Really excited about that.
That's great. Jordan, Elroy, thanks for your time today. I appreciate it. For those that are interested, we'll be hosting a webinar here in the next couple of weeks. We hope you can attend and learn more about this investment opportunity. Thanks, folks.